subsidy have been removed.
Well,
and how do you cushion Kenyans?
First, I think sometimes we use these terminologies, and Kenyans sometimes may not understand exactly what these terminologies mean. I would like to put it in very simple terms that a subsidy, for the benefit of most of the Kenyans who may not be understanding all this discussion, is an economic tool that is afforded by the government to cushion the consumer from high prices at a particular time. And these economic tools or this facility is sometimes meant to temporarily give a relief or cushion a consumer. Now, a government should use a subsidy program temporarily, I mean for a short term.
Yeah.
But it should not. It must not be the main tool that is now sustained for cushioning the consumers at the end of the day. And I need our viewers and listeners maybe to understand that in this case, what we are doing or what we do with the fuel prices, why in the first place they're shooting very high, is because of the international market forces, issues of supply and demand. But again, also the issue of taxation has also been a serious component in this. So what has basically been happening is we tax the fuel quite a bit.
Yeah.
And then we ask the sellers or the retailers or the wholesalers not to raise the prices commensurate to the taxation and all these other market forces. And then we kind of come back again and pay them back in terms of subsidy what they have forgone in terms of their profits or whatever increase of price they have forgone. Now, that is a temporary measure that is supposed to be used in a very temporary manner. What I think we should be looking at is what are these other tools that we can use, economic tools that we can be able to use to cushion our farmers from these high prices. One of them could actually be foregoing some of the taxes so that we lower the taxes a bit, then we don't have to subsidize. Yeah. Now, what's the problem with the subsidy program? The problem with the subsidy is that when it starts, it is well intended and is supposed to help our consumers. But what happens eventually? Some of these unscrupulous dealers in the market use this subsidy to make false claims from government. So you come and say you have subsidized these consumers with this much, then you go and claim this much, and it is much more than what you have actually subsidized Kenyans. And so people take advantage of these subsidies to rob government. And that is why the president clearly asked, if you find yourself in a hole, do you continue digging the hole, or do you first of all stop and then think? And I think that basically that's what has happened. And that's why I would want to reassure Kenyans that do not think that the government want to punish you or want to increase prices in any way. No, what we're just doing is we know clearly someone is taking advantage of this subsidy program. So why don't we first of all stop it? Yet we are going to bear the cost for a short term as we are coming up with other strategies on how to handle these prices and the costs that are related to the fuel prices. So I would like to assure Jared and our viewers that for sure this is a very temporary measure. We have just stopped digging the hole. And now here we are now examining which other strategies are we going to employ. So yes, it was important to first of all put this to a halt and get away of handling the issue of fuel prices in a better way. Okay. And for sure, this will be done. Yeah. It will be done effectively. Okay. It will be done in a timely manner, and it will help our people to have better and lower cost of living, but for now, eventually, as we are moving on, and I would also want to point out that the issue of helping our people is not only on this issue of fuel prices that is going to be looked at. Remember, the issue of fertilizer is also another very key area that the government has pointed out, and it has clearly put it that by next week the government is going to be releasing fertilizer, which is going to be at a lower cost, 3,500, as opposed to almost 7,000 that was retailing before. Yeah. And definitely again, and then maybe this is where we're also going to caution our government that as we are doing this, we also need to be sure and we need to ensure that we are establishing a clear distribution channel.
Okay.
Because again, you know, this has also been taken advantage by some of these retailers and wholesalers.
Okay.
They kind of they hoard this cheaper government fertilizer.
Yeah.
And ensure that doesn't reach farmers,
Okay.
you know, at the end of the day. So we have to also go through this whole channel, ensure that the fertilizer is going to get to the farmers in a timely manner and at the cost that the government is, or the price that the government has indicated and recommended.